Stacy, first of all, let's talk about the golf course.
Yep.
What has been your first impression about Finca?
First impression, it's beautiful. And then you get out on the golf course, I mean, obviously you have the great scenic views, but the golf course itself is very fair. You're not hitting off of crazy lies or anything like that. And it's perfect. I mean, the greens are perfect, they're fast. You definitely have to be on the right side of the hole. You can get some shots that are down, really fast putts down hills and things like that. But I think it's going to be a great match play course. A lot of, risk reward par fives you can reach. So I think there'll be a lot of birdies, and I think you'll see a lot of good golf.
If you think about plenty of U.S. players, do you think, in a first impression, that it fits good in their play?
I don't know. I guess I need to dive into it a little more, but I think length helps on any golf course. Anyone that hits it high and has length is going to have an advantage. You can carry certain bunkers, reach par fives and two, and keep it on the green, things like that. I think it favors early indications. I think it favors some ball strikers. Somebody that is going to hit a lot of fairways, a lot of greens. Rough's not in play, or there's not a lot of rough, but there's areas once you're off of the rough, where you can lose golf balls and things like that. So I think ball strikers are going to fare pretty well here.
More generic. After we will talk about the first tee or the first hole. But what are your favorite parts of the golf course?
Probably my favorite hole actually is 13. It's it's a shortish par 4, but just kind of the way the green kind of sits down, kind of a little bit lower, and the trees and everything around it. Probably one of the, I'd say, quieter spots on the golf course. But I think it's just a cool spot. And then for Solheim Cup specifically, you go back, that kind of the stretch of 16, 17 back in that little corner. I think a lot's going to happen back there. I think there's going to be a lot of people back there, and it'll be pretty loud.
You said the ole ole can. If I say you Spain in the Solheim Cup, what comes to mind apart from the ole ole?
Oh, just the passion, and you think of, not Solheim Cups, but you think of like Seve and the Ryder Cup, and just the passion of your Spanish players. And Carlotta in the Solheim Cup is amazing, just because of that passion and the pride that they play for. And I just think for them specifically, it could be the highlight of their careers, really, to get to play a Solheim Cup at home in front of your home country and home fans. I just can't wait to see the fans, to be honest. I just know how passionate everyone is, and just can't wait to see it in person.
Yeah, we could have a nice fight, friendship fight.
Yes.
Between the Spaniards that we are very loud, or they say that we are very loud, and the Americans that they are coming.
Right.
What is the message to the Americans?
We need as many Americans to come as possible. Let's fill these stands up, and and I think we're going to have a lot. I mean, who doesn't want to come to the south of Spain? And I need to come on a vacation myself when I'm not doing work. So I just encourage them to come check it out. And we need the support. We need our fans here, and we're going to be a little bit limited, like we've talked about the number of fans that are going to be on site, but I think the ones that are here are going to be ready to go.
Absolutely. You have said it plenty of times. It's your first time in Spain. What are your thoughts about the country, the areas? You have gone dinner last night.
Yeah. So I've told people I was coming on this trip, and you're going to love it. Oh, you're going to love it. And that's what everybody has told me, and it's true. I mean, just driving around, and you can pretty much see the water and the beach from anywhere you are. And I certainly understand why people come on vacation here, why you have multiple houses here. I mean, it's a destination. You got to come here, you got to experience it. The people have been great so far, and trying all the different types of food and experiencing the culture and learning the culture, learning how things work over here. And it's been awesome so far.
Let's talk a little bit about your vice captains. Talking a little bit about Morgan and Natalie.
Yeah, so Morgan, she kind of came to my mind actually. She was one of the first that came to my mind just because we've played a lot Solheim Cups together. She's been a friend, and I don't know, she's somebody that I think she's stepped back from playing a little bit, so she's doing the TV side and just has a different perspective of things now, and she loves the Solheim Cup. I mean, from the U.S. side, you think of the Solheim Cup, I think of her and Paula Kramer making putts, and like, I wanted that passion in the team room, and I think she can relate really well to the players too. And then Natalie's been a friend of mine for a long time. I mean, she was somebody early on in my career that kind of has helped me along the way and helped me navigate some things. And again, she has the passion for the Solheim Cup. She was on 2 winning teams herself. So she's never experienced the losses that we've had the last 2 years. She only knows winning. So, and she's the most positive person I've ever met. So just really wanted to get the right people around me to help with the environment in the team room and with the players.
You've said a couple of adjectives that could describe them.
Yep.
I want to ask you, describe Natalie in 1 word.
Positive.
And 1 word for Morgan.
Passionate.
What was your reaction when you realized that you were going to be the captain?
I was very surprised. I got a call late last year that they just basically asked if I would be interested if my name was thrown in the hat. And I said, absolutely. I mean, can't say no to that. And then it was right after the first of the year, they called and asked if I would still be interested. And I said, yes, I'm still interested. Why? And they're like, well, I think you're going to be the one. And so got the official call from the commissioner and asked me to do it. And just, I can't say no. I mean, I love this event too much. And I love the players. I wanted to help them be successful. I know they're tired of losing. They're tired of being on the wrong side of things. And because I know how frustrating it is as a player. So I want to help them be successful and put them in that position.
What is your best memory of the Solheim Cup?
Best memory would probably be Germany. We had the whole controversy with Suzanne and the ruling, and it was not that. It was more the way the team rallied around each other in that time span of when that ruling happened to through the singles matches. The way everybody came together in that team room, and it was all of a sudden everybody found something to play for. And everybody's motivation was probably different, but it was, everybody kind of found that motivation, and it was just really cool to see the way the team rallied around each other.
Do you have any anecdote that comes to mind about the Solheim Cup?
I don't know. I mean, just that it's stressful. As a player, it's very stressful. As a fan, it's so fun. I mean, just you can be loud, you can dance, you can sing a song. It's just it's so different than anything we ever play in. But as a player, it's very stressful.
You said it's loud.
Yes.
If you're in a first tee, there are many players that don't want any noise. And
Yeah.
there are many of them that want points. What would you want in that first tee?
I would be more of the quiet type if I was hitting the shot. I kind of would want it like it is normally. But it seems to be the growing trend amongst these younger girls that they like it to just be loud. And sometimes, somebody's going to drop something or somebody's going to make a noise. So it's like sometimes it's might as well just make it loud and go with it.
We've seen you with the family in the Solheim Cup, also in higher children. What have they said to you after this amazing achievement?
Yeah, I mean, my daughter's only 3, so she doesn't quite understand things. She just thinks it's pretty fun. She gets to hang out with her friends, which Nellie and Jessica and Allie are the girls she calls her friends, and Megan. But, my family was really excited for me, and I called them first, and before I said yes, I called them and I said, I'm going to need your help with this, and they were 100% on board, and it was fun to just be able to call the people that have been influential in my career that have helped me get to where I am, and just share the news with them and how excited they were for me. And I think everything you go through in your career, whether it's golf related or doing interviews and doing other stuff off the golf course, it prepares you for what's next. And everything that I've been through for these last few Solheim Cups, I think has helped prepare me for now.
What do you think has best prepared for you in the vice captain's Solheim Cup? Anything that you learned a lot from it?
Oh, so much. So much. You can think the parents, how to make the pairings themselves, to making sure you get the food right and we get from point A to point B in time. As a captain, there's so much you have to decide. I think that's what I realized early on in this process. And you see, and those were things that I saw last time that we could have done better. But it's hard. I mean, it's a lot of just little logistical things that you got to make sure you get right, because otherwise it affects a lot of people. So whether it's make sure the bus is there at a certain time and they get their hair and makeup done for the gala, and like just little things, there's a lot that goes into it that people don't realize.
Yes, we are ending. Have you talked with Susan since you both knew the captaincy?
I saw Suzanne a couple weeks ago in Michigan. She was there at the Dow event, and it's been great. I mean, we've played so much of our careers together. We played against each other. I think we've only played one match actually against each other in the Solheim Cup, so we never actually went like head to head quite very much. But Suzanne's obviously is very passionate, and for Europe, she's been the face of their team for quite a long time now. So I'm super excited to go up against her. I think that was probably one of the most appealing things about saying yes, was that knowing that she was going to be captain, just to go up against her.
Do you have a message for her?
We're going to be ready.
All right, and just one more. You've eaten Spanish food. What do you prefer, rice or paella, we say, or jamon?
Paella, jamon is good. I've just enjoyed trying everything. I mean, the culture is so different than what we do in the U.S. And from the time of day that you eat dinner and just kind of how things, just the culture is very different. And so it's been fun to learn. And I hope to, share that with our players as well, because sometimes you get stuck in a team room and we don't get to do a lot of that. So I want our players to learn the culture a little bit too.